There are many obvious uses for LPR in law enforcement, but I think the most value that law enforcement agencies can get from the LPRs, those are not so obvious. To put it in perspective, the Alexandria Police Department uses place-based or hotspot strategies to combat crime and disorder in our neighborhoods. And what we've trained our officers to do is obviously to respond to those areas while they're on routine patrol or when they're specifically assigned to those areas, and use many tools that are available to them. The LPR is an additional tool that we use in the hotspots with specific objectives. One is to gain an understanding for what cars are in the area and the general activities that are going on in the area. We are now also moving toward a command center software and server where we can actually search our license plates that have been run. And once we do that, we're going to gain incredible investigative knowledge. Usefulness is the key priority for us in terms of incoming technology and in the way that we prioritize what we are actually going to seriously look at. It has to have an impact on our officers' ease in terms of their job, and it also has to produce crime reductions. The way that we technically go through and look at what we plan on implementing and bringing into our organization is we have a technology committee. This technology committee is comprised of staff from every single department or every single unit, division, sector in our department. And it's not rank-based, it is interest-based. It's all the stakeholders that are going to end up either using the technology or supporting the technology. And as part of that process, they work through every aspect. What I've just said. Is it useful? Is it something that's going to make our jobs easier? Is it going to produce crime reductions? If it passes those and certain other expectations, then we really look at whether we can bring it in and support it. Some of the challenges that we experienced in developing and implementing our license plate reader program were in the infrastructure. Initially, we did not have an infrastructure that was built out to support the program. We bought 3 LPRs and very quickly, within months, realized that you can't just buy 3 LPRs and expect the program to run smoothly. It's not turnkey. You need to assess your organization and make sure that you have the proper resources assigned to it. By not doing that, what we found is that our LPRs, we had no way of knowing whether they were actually functional and on the streets, and it took months for anybody to bring it to our IT staff's attention for minor repairs, maintenance, software upgrades, and things like that. So basically, they became paperweights very, very quickly without the support. A critical piece of that is obviously for the organization to determine what they're going to do and how they're going to use the LPRs. That's, that should be happening before you purchase an LPR. Secondly is devote the appropriate staff to it. Ideally someone from IT. What we have done here is we've devoted a very technically savvy police officer, patrol officer, to run the LPR program. That's his full-time job. He manages everything that has anything to do with LPRs. The partnership with George Mason and other universities in the area is extremely valuable to us. It has helped us to make evidence-based decisions on how we address crime, public order issues, but also other management priorities that we have here at the Alexandria Police Department. The implications aren't just on efficiency, but they're on resources as well, because how we spend money, where we spend money, and what we dedicate resources to in this economy and in this environment, it has to be done very responsibly. And evidence-based decisions really kind of drive that nowadays for us. It has made us a smarter and more efficient organization. When you're considering adopting LPR technology into your organization, it is very important to be as transparent as possible with your community. They need to know what the equipment is, what it does, and how are you using it. And one of the two main components to convey to the community are, one, it is for crime reduction. It benefits them directly into creating safer communities. Two is that the data that these units, the LPR units, are gathering is protected by law. It is law enforcement sensitive data. And I think that those two things, and overall transparency in the program, explain it, show it, put it out in your citizens academies, with your civic liaisons. The more they know and the more they see it and touch it, the better off the implementation will be.